Hello everyone, this is a lesson on deriving, but not just deriving, using the first principle. The question paper will come saying derive using the first principle. So if you use the rules for derivatives, you get a naught. So you must use this formula. This formula you see is a derivative, then its limit h tends to 0, but you don't need to worry about this formula. It's in your formula sheet. You copy the formula from your formula sheet. But I wanted to show you a trick. What you do, you use the rule and derive this. So you're gonna have 8x plus 8. Write it somewhere where you're gonna write it, and then derive using the first principle. If you don't get that answer, then you've made a mistake. Go back and check where you've made a mistake. Okay, let's go through the steps. The first thing that you do, you find a limit as h tends to 0, f at x plus h minus f at x divided by h. The first thing before you write, find f at x plus h. F at x plus h. What does it mean? It means where there is an x, you're going to write it x plus h. So you're going to have 4 into x plus h squared plus 8 into x plus h minus 3. Then it's 4 first times first, x squared, first times second times 2, 2xh plus h squared plus 8x plus 8h minus 3. Then you have 4x squared, 4 times 2 is 8xh plus 4h squared plus hx plus 8h minus 3. Okay, when we have done this, we have done half of the job. And then after that, let's do now the derivative. You write the formula f at x, limit as h tends to 0, and then f at x plus h, you write this is your f at x, like 4x squared plus 8xh plus 4h squared plus 8x plus 8h minus 3. Then minus the derivative. So you're going to say minus and write the function. The function is 4x squared plus 8x minus 3. Then everything is over h. You remember the function was divided by h. Okay, let's do the next step. It's limit as h tends to 0, 4x squared plus 8xh plus 4h squared plus 8h plus 8h minus 3 minus 4x squared minus 8x plus 3. I must write the divide properly now. Divide by h. Then now you find like terms. This one will cancel that one. When you don't cancel, something is wrong. That one will cancel that one, and that one will cancel that one. Actually, do you see the function? The whole function is cancelled out. That's what you must look for. You must get that. And then we have limit as h tends to 0. What am I left with? Is 8xh plus 4h squared plus 8h. This is what I'm left with. Divided by h. And then you take out a common factor. You see your common factor is 4, but you never take out the 4. If you take it out, you have to multiply it back. You only take out the h. So you always write this limit. When you stop writing that, you lose marks. My common factor is h. I'm left with, here I'll have 8x, 4h plus 8 divided by h. Then the h, cancel the h. Now I don't have the h as a denominator. I can put the 0 in my equation and I can stop writing the limit. So I'll have is equals to 8x plus 4, 0 plus 8. So my answer is 8x plus 8. Then I go check. Do you see? It's the same. Then I'm happy. It means I've done it correctly. Okay, let's look at another example. Example, we're going to use a fraction. Most learners tend to struggle with a fraction. So you're going to start with that you find f at x first. F at x plus h is equals to 2 over x plus h. That's my f at x plus h. Then limit h tends to 0. Where there is f at x plus h, I'm going to write 2 over x plus h minus my function is 2 over x. Okay, but you have to have everything over h. Now here we're going to find the common denominator. The common denominator, you'll have limit as h tends to 0. So here our common denominator is x into x plus h. So this will cancel that. I'll be left with 2x. Then for that, divide by that, I will be left with minus 2 into x plus h. Don't forget to divide everything by h. Another way that you can do this, you can put brackets around and say divide by h. Okay, let's continue. Limit as h tends to 0, we have 2x minus 2x minus 2h over, don't multiply it out. Okay, next step, and then do you see the 2x and 2x? One is positive, one is negative. They're going to cancel out. So I'm going to continue this side. Good. Equals to limit as h tends to 0. I'm left with minus 2h divided by x into x plus h. And then I'm going to say multiply. This is a h denominator. When I change the divide to 8 times, I swap the fraction around. So my fraction was h, it's going to be 1 over h. So that will cancel that. I'll be left with limit as h tends to 0. I'm left with minus 2 over x into x plus h. Right. If I put a 0 here, I will not have a denominator that will make my thing undefined. So I'll have minus 2 into x plus 0. So my answer is minus 2 over x squared. Okay, this is how you deal with a fraction. You just need to practice doing fractions, and then as you do them more, you get better. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching.